Hellcat, Nathan. It just rolls off the tongue. Hellcat.
It's a sexy pussy.
It is a sexy cat. And guess what we're going to do next in this car?
Everything you want to know.
That's right. We wish we could drive it, but that's coming up. We're going to get to drive this in a few weeks. But today, we get to show you the car inside and out. You get to listen to it and everything you ever want to know about the Hellcat coming up next.
On the Fast Lane car.
Oh, I like the little icon.
Yeah, the Hellcat icon. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun.
All right, let me go in the back, and you got to give it a little bit of beans.
We can make some noise with this thing.
All right, let's do it. All right, go for it. You know what? I almost jumped out of my pants there.
What'd you say about your pants?
Hold on, let me get the induction noise too. Hold on.
Sure.
Let me get the air coming in. Hey, it's coming up. All right, go for it.
Hi, Greg Black. I'm the chief engineer for the Hemi Hellcat engine, and I've been blessed with the opportunity to just have a great time working with a lot of really talented, creative people on this engine program.
So obviously it's bigger than the 5.7 and it's supercharged. Tell me about the engine.
Sure. The engine is based on the Hemi engine architecture that's been well known here for the last year, since the early 2000s and actually earlier, but kind of had its resurgence back then. This particular engine is a 6.2 liter engine. It's based on a 92 bore, which is the same block as our big gas engine, which is in the heavy and medium truck family. So we've taken the biggest, baddest block that we had in there and started with that. We've added upgraded crankshaft. We've heat treated the rod and main pins, upgraded the rod material, the piston. The cylinder head is a 356 T6 heat treated alloy head. So yeah, it may look the same on the outside, but certainly this thing has been designed from the ground up to deal with the pressures that the supercharged engine puts out.
Let's work our way to the back. Now, you had to upgrade the transmission, right? There are two choices.
There's two trans choices. You can either get the automatic 8-speed, which for this one, Chrysler's had the 8-speed out for a while. There goes the Alpha 4C.
Yeah, I love the fact, the counterposition of kind of like European sports car versus American muscle car.
Yeah, they're both beautiful. They're both great, unique in their own right. But this Hemi product, anyway, obviously wouldn't fit underneath the bonnet of the Alpha, but. The 8-speed. I know. I was going to say I got distracted. But the auto trans in this is a unique, brand new trans. It's been designed again to deal with the torque and power output of the engine and get it to the rear wheels. And the neat thing is, in the Challenger, you can either get the auto if you want to, or if you're a little bit maybe more track and race bred and want to have a little bit more ownership in the drive, you can get the 6-speed manual.
All right. So we've talked about engine, we've talked about transmission. How about the suspension? How have you tuned that to handle all this power?
Well, you know, I'm the engine guy, so you're putting me on the edge here.
That's
but
all right. I'm sure you've driven it.
But the suspension, again, part of the SRT family is the ability to tune that suspension. So it's been upgraded. The brakes are upgraded.
Brembos.
And yeah, you can see them through the beautiful new wheels that the team has put on the vehicle. So it's again, from the ground up, really designed to deal with the kind of capability that we wanted to give to the customers.
And you can change the suspension, right? You can tune it to sport, to
comfort. There's three different modes of the suspension. You can do street or sport or track. Yeah. So if you're going all out racing and you need everything to be tight, you can go all the way to track mode.
All right, I got to tell you my favorite thing of all, besides the engine note, which is phenomenal.
Well, thank you.
Is that
you.
an aftermarket exhaust, or is that the standard one?
Oh no, the sound that you heard is what everybody's gonna be able to buy.
All right. My favorite thing is the induction coming into where normally you have got the bright lights, right? That is so cool. That's so race car. That's gonna put a smile on your face.
It does. It's a lot of fun. The vehicle is just awesome.
Where did you come up with that idea?
Well, quite honestly, to get the engine to breathe well, low restriction on the induction system is paramount. And we had a very large opening in the airbox, but we weren't still able to meet the numbers that we were looking for. So again, the inventive team comes into account, and Mark Musial, I know from our engine development side, was involved, a number of other guys, I think design office guys even, and sorry, I don't know names, but they said, well, how else can we get some more air in this thing? So we actually said, well, maybe we can come in through the headlight, and like you said, certainly been done before on other vehicles in the past. So these are guys who live and breathe this stuff, and they're able to draw on some of the lessons of the past.
All right, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You're not going to give me the answers to, I suspect, but I'm going to ask them anyway. So let me start with number 1. What's the horsepower and torque?
Over 600, and we're over 575, and it'll do a pretty nice job for you.
What's the EPA MPG?
That is still, it's not that I don't know it, quite honestly, that's still being worked through. As with many programs, you know, you're kind of working the numbers to the very end, tweaking things. So that's still a work in progress.
And of course, the one that everybody cares about is how much is it going to cost me to get my butt into this bad boy?
How much fun do you want to have, you know?
50, 60,000. Give me a number. Give me a range of fun.
Again, I'm the engine guy, so I don't know. So this is great. I can tell you, I don't know.
All right, let me ask you a question you can't answer. You've driven this, obviously.
I've had a couple hours in it.
I bet you have, yeah. What's your personal favorite part of the car?
Wow, my personal favorite. I think the thing that I like about it is that the car is the kind of car I could drive as a daily driver if I want to, but it's just crazy fast when you want it to be. And it can be real tame, but it's also can be unleashed. And it's the same car, and it's almost like it's got 2 personalities, but it does it seamlessly. And so I think having that capability and knowing that if I want to, I could literally take this thing to the track on the weekend and have a great time with it. Yeah, I'd probably have to buy tires, but you know, I could do well there, but I can still drive it. And I think the engineering development of the vehicle just kind of brings together a really, really good overall package.
So are you saying it's going to mop the floor with the Shelby GT and the Camaro ZL1?
Every car has its place, and I think the people I think the people that race this vehicle will have a lot of fun with it.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the info.
No problem.
For starting it up. That was
no problem.
Now, does that exhaust sound better than the Shelby?
Yes.
How about?
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
Well, there you have it. Everything you ever want to know, and the world's sexiest. And keep your hands off the car.
Just a little touch.
All right, just a little touch.
Whoa.
As always, this is
Nathan
and Roman saying thanks for watching. See you next time. Remember, go to tflcar.com for
news, views, and reviews.
And of course, everyday real world reviews. You'll learn it one of these days, Nathan.
Yeah, I'll learn it.
Of course, the key to the new Challenger Hellcat is this device here, the Supercharger. Supercharger is an electrical device, and what it does is it imparts an electrical current to the air molecules, which makes them very, very, very angry. As you know, electricity is used.
The static charge is critical.
It's very critical. You have to have the right static charge. It agitates those air molecules. Okay, gets them very angry because you know what it's like.
Being the key word.
You know how they use electricity as like a negative reinforcement. So what happens when those air particles are electrically charged?